Hello and welcome back to another episode of editing through the Waze Map Editor. Today we are going to see and work on what water bodies do and how to map them in the Waze Map Editor. And just to begin, please remember this is how we edit in India. If you're from somewhere else, please check your local rules before you get on to editing. However, the method of mapping is exactly the same, but you might have different rules. So for India, what we map is our priority is not to map all the water bodies because what's the point? It's for Waze drivers, and drivers need to see roads and not lakes and ponds and rivers. But please, we also need to know that the Wazer driver needs a landmark when they're crossing a bridge, or as I always say, when you're driving in an unknown area, it is nice to know if there is a water body right next to the road, because it's always frightening if you're in an unknown area and you don't know that you're driving along a dike where you have water body on both the sides, and sometimes it can be dark at night and can be an unknown area. So let's see what to do here. We are in Panaji, Goa today with near the Divya Circle. And what we'll do here is, if I zoom out of this, we can see that the river is already mapped before. And then we have some of these ponds going along the river. And then we can check out the other parts. So back to the zoom setting, I am on the zoom. And what I was trying to say is, do we really need to map this and this and this? No, but there's also a piece of land here. Back to my layer setting, I have turned on public and place names and the GPS points and live users that I always recommend. And so what we're going to do here in such a case is anyone driving on this road should know that there's water on both sides. So we're going to map 1, 2, and 3, and then 4, because this is bordering this one. The rest is okay. There's a little pond here and this, so let's get on to that very quickly. As I've always told you, editing is better at 19 on 20 or 18 and more. For this one, we go on to place, and then we go to natural features, and then we go to the second part. We select area, pick the first point, just take a straight line. You can be as precise as you want. If you zoom in more, you can do a better precision here. And if you zoom out, just for this case, looks pretty straight. I'll just take a border here. I am also going to not map it as a large body. I'll take it as, this seems like a shallow pond. And we'll just do this one and close it here. So that's a double click. And with that, I'm able to save this one. All you do is see lake and pond, lock it to level 2. That's all. We don't need to give it a name. It'll appear as a blue point. And then let's do 2 more. We're just going along this river. Same thing again, natural feature. Take the area. I'll do a few clicks here just to get the border correctly. And I want to show that it's not continuous. So I'm not drawing one very large pond, as I said. And here, this is sort of a call. I'll go this way and there. This one's pretty straight. And as I said, you can be as precise as you want, but for our new editors, this is a good thing for you to map. It will get you a small idea of how it works. And it's something important, especially if it's next to a road. Again, I've not added a name. I don't know what this place is called. I am not a local, so I am going to map it this way. I'll do one more before you probably get the hang of it, and then I'll open another example. This one is also going to be mapped like this. I don't know if this is a road running right next, so it's better that I zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it does look like it's a road that goes next, and this could be a bridge. So see, that's why zooming in is always better. This is obviously a bridge. So what we'll do here is we'll click this and then click into this body. Why? It goes next door. Go to the end. I'm inside the other river body, and then click this. And then I can come back here and I can close this particular pond. Now, This little thing, as I said, I could go around it, but since there are no roads in here, I could have skipped it. I'll just do it the right way. I'll mark the boundary of the water. And once this is done, I think that's pretty much it. Same thing. This is a pond. Lock 2. I don't need a name. Place will, on the address bar, will come up on its own. I will show, though, that this will automatically appear as a river. Sorry, as a bridge. Now, what did we do? We just created 3 little ponds next to the road. Someone driving here at night will be able to see these. Now, this river existed from before. These 3 ponds have been added recently. So let's see how it actually looks right now on the Waze map. So bottom right, we go to live map. And once the live map loads, today, the map is something like this. See, as I said, the river is already mapped. The rivers are already there. So it's showing, but these 3 ponds are missing. The docks are there, the border's been done, and you can see if you're driving here for the first time that on the left you have a water body, but on the right, you don't know that. And since you don't know that, after 2 days when the tiles have been updated, the 3 ponds will appear here and it'll give a better situation of what the real life looks like for this particular road. That's why we need to map these. And going back to the editor, that's why not having these isn't really that important. I will later on map this one and this small little pond because, again, it's on either side of the road. And I will also do a little map here. Actually, we could do this in another way. So now we are sure that this is a bridge. We are also sure that this is a bridge. And I know that this river has already been mapped and it's at level 2. The name is already correct. What we'll do here is, instead of creating a new body, we will extend the current water body already. So that's always a good thing to do. So you go here, you select this, the border node is here. So if you just go along, can you see that the small node is there? I will have to put one on the other side. And now that I have that, I can go ahead and pick the next one. And from here as well, I could now bring this a little bit to the side and now have a look. So I'm not unnecessarily creating multiple rivers and water bodies. Once we get a local in here from this area, we can find out if this has a different name or they still call it the same river. And for this one, I'll take it here and then go by the tree cover, assuming there's land here. This is not mangroves. And I'm just trying to show you how to use current water bodies and extend them. So otherwise, we'll end up with a lot of little small rivers, and then we don't know what the name is in case this is not your local area. I will just go ahead and cover both of those bridges. And now I need to check, is there another bridge? Not close enough. So I will close this one here for now. I'll check this area later. And I go in there and I select this. And there. When this one loads, it'll show it as an extension of the river. I've brought it a little bit inside. I'm sure it's still called here the same river in case this stream is called something else for the other parts. And once you've done this, you just click save. And now this river is extended. So I did not need to open. The point here was the pond was a standalone. As you can see in the category, it's a sea lake pond. But for Mondovi, that's a river stream. So the categories are different. A river will run for longer. Pond is a pond. We all know that. And another example I wanted to show you was near Uttar Pradesh. Let's say we are working on this SH5 and we keep on going south. And then we realize, ooh, there's a bridge here. And since I know that my places is turned on, I should see a river here, but I didn't. So should I make a new river here? No. Step 1 would be to zoom out and check if someone's mapped a river from before near somewhere. Let's have a look. This side, there's nothing. There's no bridge as well. Okay, let's check out the other side. Yeah, there's a river here. There. So there's no name, but it's a river stream. We'll lock it to a little bit later. Now, this is not very far, and it's obviously the same river. So now I have a bit of work that I need to select this. Now, for this kind of area, you can drag it a little bit easier. How will you do that? You'll have to zoom in. I would say go to 16, 17, and see when you can get the small little point. And I'll take it on both sides. There's a bug right now, so this is not the performance all the time, but normally you would see a little point here, there. I've extended that one. Now the next part comes in, you can click save, update that, and then you go ahead and find another point. I'll try and extend this one. Yeah, that's surely a bug. So I will not be able to finish this one. Oh, there's the blue one. There's the little dot in there. I got it just now. Yeah, there. Okay. Normally this would let me select it. Let me try again. Zooming in. Yeah. It is showing up, but it's not letting me select it. Okay, I got it now. So I'll just extend it here. And then, yeah, as I said, I have a little bit of work, which is to extend this slowly. And I would bring it all the way this way by using two pointers that I did with the river in Goa and bring it here. And because I know there is no other bridge this side, I will just sort of finish it over here, or maybe here on the delta, and bring it a little bit in here and do these two and then finish it. So rather than creating multiple points again and again, because merging doesn't work. If you merge, it keeps only one shape and not the other. The point I was trying to make here is always zoom out and check if there's another body somewhere nearby and then extend it. That's a much easier way to edit. And there you go. So the way we did the Sea Lake Pond and the way we did the river extension on this side is a good way to create this. If you find a road that looks like this and you suddenly find a bridge, please zoom out, browse a little bit and check in case there's a river existing on either side, and then extend that instead of creating a new one. So that's pretty much what we need with water bodies. We don't need to map this whole river everywhere it goes. That's not the purpose. We don't use Waze for boats. So keep that in mind. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys again next video.